Welcome to Screen Hollywood, the home of movie news and entertainment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
What's up, movie fans, and welcome back to Screen Hollywood. I'm your host, Adam. If you're new here, join the Hollywood family and hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and hype button. Also, bookmark and subscribe to our international news publication at screenhollywood.com. In our last video, we talked about the first reactions to 28 years later, The Bone Temple. We talked about how its weird, polarizing, and audacious direction had me, a longtime skeptic of this franchise, finally feeling excited. Check out the video after this one. Well, if that was the spark, today's news is the full-blown inferno. The holy grail of this franchise, the one move that could elevate this new trilogy from a solid horror series into a legendary cinematic event, has happened. The man who started it all, the man who woke up alone in that hospital and stumbled out into a desolate London, is coming home. Sony Pictures is officially moving forward with the third and final installment of the trilogy, and yes, Cillian Murphy is coming back as Jim. This is not a rumor. This is not speculation. This is the endgame. So today, we're going to break down this monumental news, how it was secretly the master plan all along, and why the return of the franchise's godfather is the single biggest thing to happen to horror in years. Let's get the official business out of the way first, based on the reports from MSN and other major outlets. Sony Pictures, who won a massive bidding war for this new trilogy, is officially greenlighting the third and final chapter, and the creative team is a dream come true. The script, as with the other two films, is being penned by the architect of this universe, Alex Garland. And for the grand finale, the director of the original 2002 masterpiece, the one and only Danny Boyle, is returning to the director's chair. This alone would be incredible news. But the headline, the detail that changes everything, is the confirmation that Cillian Murphy is officially in talks and, as we'll get to in a minute, is deeply involved in returning as Jim. This isn't just a studio trying to lure back an old star for a cheap nostalgia pop. This is the original creative trinity, Boyle, Garland, and Murphy, reuniting to finish the story they started over 2 decades ago. Now, let's dig deeper, because an interview with Alex Garland reported by Screen Rant adds the crucial, mind-blowing context. This isn't a recent development. This isn't a reaction to Murphy winning an Oscar. This was the plan from day one. Garland confirmed that Murphy is already attached as an executive producer on the entire trilogy and has been involved from the very beginning. But here is the bombshell. Garland stated, unequivocally, what the third film is about. His exact words. The third one is about Jim. Let that sink in. This will not be a glorified cameo. He's not going to show up in the last 5 minutes to pass the torch. The entire final chapter of this epic, rage-filled saga is about Jim. Cillian Murphy is returning as the central character to conclude the story. This was the original pitch that Garland and Boyle took to Sony. The whole trilogy was built as a 3-act structure leading to this moment, the return of Jim. This is a masterstroke of long-form storytelling, and it brilliantly explains the fan reaction to the first film, 28 years later. So many people, myself included, were wondering, where is Jim? The fan expectation was that he would appear, even for a moment. His absence was felt. But now we see the genius of it. Garland and Boyle were deliberately holding their biggest, most powerful card. They were building the new world, introducing the new stakes, all while creating a palpable sense of anticipation for the one character that truly matters. They made us wait, and now the payoff is going to be immense. This also has a massive impact on the production itself. The first 2 films were made on a relatively modest budget of around $60 million each, but the early buzz for The Bone Temple is overwhelmingly positive. The screenings have been a huge success, with critics praising its bold, audacious direction. You can bet that with this level of positive momentum, and now with the official confirmation that an Oscar-winning A-list superstar is your lead for the finale, Sony is going to open up the checkbook. I fully expect the budget for this third film to be significantly increased. They're not just making a horror sequel anymore, they're making a Cillian Murphy event film, and they will give Danny Boyle all the resources he needs to make it a true epic. It's impossible to overstate how perfect and poetic this is. Cillian Murphy is the godfather of this franchise. You could make a very strong argument that the franchise gave birth to his career on the world stage. Before 28 Days Later, he was a respected actor in independent films and theater, but his haunting, vulnerable, and ultimately resilient performance as Jim is what made Hollywood sit up and take notice. It was his launchpad. From there, he became Christopher Nolan's go-to guy, delivering incredible performances in the Dark Knight trilogy and Inception. And now, he is a bona fide Oscar-winning leading man, one of the most respected actors on the planet after the monumental success of Oppenheimer. And what is his first move after reaching the absolute pinnacle of the industry? He's coming home. He's returning to the gritty, terrifying, low-budget world that started it all. It's a beautiful, full-circle moment that shows his deep love and respect for this character and this story. His involvement as an executive producer is the key. It means he isn't just an actor for hire. He has a competitive stake in this. He is helping to shape the story and protect the legacy of the character he created. This isn't a paycheck gig. This is a passion project. So, what could this story possibly be? The mind reels with the possibilities. We will be seeing Jim 28 years after he was infected, recovered, and left in that cottage. He is a man who has lived for nearly 3 decades in a post-apocalyptic world. What does that do to a person? Is he a hardened, cynical survivor? A beacon of hope? A broken man? The title of the second film, The Bone Temple, and its focus on cults and faith, suggests this new world is grappling with belief systems and new forms of society. How does a man like Jim, one of the original survivors, fit into that? Is he a myth? A legend? Or is he a reluctant leader, a messiah figure who never asked for the responsibility? To see a performer of Cillian Murphy's caliber, at the absolute height of his powers, sink his teeth into a character with that much history and trauma is a truly thrilling prospect. And to have him do it under the direction of Danny Boyle, whose frenetic, kinetic style defined the original, is the perfect combination. Boyle will bring the energy, Garland will bring the philosophical depth, and Murphy will bring the soul. This is how you do a legacy sequel. This is how you honor a classic. Not with a cheap reboot or a lazy remake, but with a bold, pre-planned, and ambitious new story that brings back the original creators to finish what they started. All while centering on the character that fans have been waiting over 20 years to see again. It is, without a doubt, the most exciting news in the horror genre in a very, very long time. I am officially all in. My skepticism has been replaced by pure, unadulterated hype. But what do you think? What is your dream story for the return of Jim? What state will we find him in after all this time? Let me know all your theories in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this massive update, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Screen Hollywood, and ring that notification bell because we will be following every single step of this production. I'm Adam, and I'll see you at the movies.